because we have songs rather than we write to be in a band. And I'm not it's not to disparage one or the other. I think that, you know, like, I think there are bands that are formats to kind of experiment and kind of come up with sonic textures, and so they wanted to form a band and kind of had a certain kind of aesthetic in mind, and then they kind of write to that or write within that. But we had all these songs, and we liked a lot of the same music at the time. We had a lot of common ground. It was kind of drew us together 25 years ago.
And now, definitely, is much more you see this kind of spirit with young bands, where again they have the inspiration, just put out a song and get up on stage and make a band the way I think when we first started.
But I remember when we first started touring the country, it was like the people only knew about us or bands like us maybe from a magazine, even sometimes imported from Britain, and then maybe 120 minutes on MTV. They didn't have college radio in, like, you know, certain places.
A lot of the college towns we played in, it was a very similar aesthetic and feel. It was a pretty interesting era. Yeah. Very like interested, smart kids, really like anxious to see rock bands.
That when we go out on the road and you're playing a new record, and how do we now do this? We don't have the girls singing Treehouse, or we don't have this, and then after you play it for a while, then it becomes, that's the image of the song in our minds. Then we go back and listen to the records, we're like, oh yeah, right. Yeah, that's how we played it in the studio, you know?
I go see a lot of older bands. I'm really, I don't know if I'm inspired's the right word, but I'm still just a big fan. I go to see a lot of shows.
Like the Turbines and the Flies and the Dogmatics. There was this great Boston thing, and I had this, I kept the flyer from when we played, the calendar from when we played TT's for, like, must have been the first time. And every night is, I mean, literally like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every night is filled with these bands that I still remember and think were really great bands, and bands that were all over the place, like the Blood Oranges or the Volcano Suns, and then Moving Targets, everybody playing together. And it was a really fertile time, so I don't think it's just old guys going, hey, the times were really great back then. Yeah, I think Buffalo Tom, we've tried to push it at certain times, but it's a hard donkey to push.
I saw you at the Kissing King, a tear-stained, swollen face.